back to the Man Cave here on NBC 1260, 96.1 FM, broadcasting live at Ernie's, Scottsdale and Shea. Come on down, have a good time. We're hanging out doing the Monday Night Football thing, but we do have, TJ, a very special guest this afternoon. And what a better way for a warm summer day than to hang out and have something that's refreshing, cool, and actually has some qualities that are very good for you. Why don't you introduce our guest?
Today we have Debbie Phipps, Senorita. All the work. She is introduced a brand new margarita mix. I like to say it's better than margarita mix, but we brought her out here to let us hear the story of the great Senorita Limonita.
Yes, I have a wonderful story of inspiration I'd like to tell you.
And the one thing about small business owners, there's always something behind the story of a product or a business. And I'd love to hear that story.
Okay. Well, what happened is about a year and a half ago, I came up with this marketing program and a name for my drink, and I decided to, because I tell people that I didn't have enough money in my budget for a spokesperson, so I created my own. I drew out this character, and I called her Senorita Limonita.
Now, how did you get this character out there for people to find?
Well, I put her on Facebook.
Social networking is awesome.
That is actually something that is so cool that I discovered this past decade, especially my broadcast career, doing this 17 years, but within 9-10 years, how social networking, besides the fact it's free, and how many people you can reach so easily by a click of a mouse.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's just so powerful because if you have a product or a concept, you can throw it out to the masses very easily. It gets attractive.
And it meets your budget of free.
Free. I like free.
We love free here at the Man Cave. Everything's supposed to be free in the Man Cave. So as you were saying, the vision of how this all started, you came up with basically a concept, an idea, and then you drew it off the social networking, and it was there.
Yes. I drew her out in black and white, and I put her on Facebook, and I said, "Hi, my name is Senorita Limonita, and I created the most awesome margarita on the entire planet."
And it's very, very attractive figure as well. Maybe the logo.
Yes, I wanted to make something that was playful, passionate, and when you see it on the shelves, this is something maybe you would want to buy.
Well, I'm a couple of them because I have. You do get flavor. Because it is an adult beverage.
It is. It is. So,
and it's very good. And that's the one thing that is so different next to your standard margarita mix. Sometimes you get kind of that almost like acidic after thing that's going on in your throat. And I don't know why there's that like aftertaste with traditional margaritas. But with your mix, and it's a secret recipe, because I put a brain on this one. And I wanted to know the secret. You won't let me know. And I know it's a hidden thing, but it's got basically the ingredients in it are not bad for you, but also it doesn't have that acidic quality.
That's the biggest complaint I've heard about margaritas over the years.
Right, and that's kind of your vision. Tell the story a little bit, because I know it, about when you were having margaritas. I believe you were having with some friends and everything, and you wanted to come up with something better, and that's really how it started. Yeah,
everybody was complaining, and including me, and I decided that I would make a margarita that did not do that to you. I spent an entire summer. I blew up 3 of those $100 Oster blenders in the process.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't until after Labor Day that I came up with it, and I was using certain fruits, and I was out of the fruits, so I used something else that I had, and I made it for people, and anything that I made that entire summer, it had the wow factor. I mean, everybody was like, "Oh, this is delicious." So.
Okay, now I'm curious. Where do I find you? Where can I grab your product?
Right now, it's available for purchase on the internet. My website lists the handful of bars and restaurants that I'm in now, but I'm taking this to the next level. I'm developing a team, and I am going to be getting this into my first retail location in October.
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, I mean, be that as it may, if somebody wants to come out, heard this on the radio and says, "I want to have this right now," what is your Facebook name on here? If you put in the search engine, what do they have to type?
Senorita Limonita, Limonita.
Perfect. And your website?
I have met people in parking lots.
Oh, really?
Yes.
See, that's outstanding. But this is something, you're giving something that people enjoy. People
Yes.
love relaxing having that drink. And it's refreshing as well. And when it's 105 degrees here in the Valley of the Sun, this is the perfect beverage to relax in an afternoon like we are here at Ernie's on Scottsdale and Shea, hanging out and enjoy life.
It
Just
is.
to touch on that, Lynn, to let you know that the reason that you have a heartburn for margaritas is preservatives they put in the margaritas.
So it's not the all natural.
That's correct. The reason why ours doesn't have the burn in it is it's all natural. There's no unnatural chemicals in it.
And that's one nice thing because more and more people, and it's kind of funny to say this, it's like me, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm trying to, when I indulge in having a couple cocktails, I'm looking at it, what can I have that's the most healthy adult beverage possible based on just putting a lot of empty calories. I've kind of switched gears in kind of my mindset when it comes to having a cocktail with
Yes.
beverage.
It's kind of like a big girl.
Well, I guess I'm foo-foo. Maybe I'm a little foo-foo, sue me, okay? I mean, but I enjoy the experience, but I want to also, though, keep the Wranglers, no bigger than buying a 34. Hopefully I'm still at a 32. But that's kind of that's the ceiling. I don't want to get any bigger than that, so I have to be kind of strategic in how I indulge my cocktail. So, and I think this would be a fantastic alternative considering it is natural. It does not give you that funky feeling afterwards, in your taste buds, as well as it's something that is not horrendous, but it's natural. And that is good stuff right there, the best of both worlds.
And it contains no high fructose corn syrup. And everything that's in bars, restaurants, and on the shelf, it contains high fructose corn syrup. And that contributes to that expended waste.
Exactly, and then we can't have that now. I mean, I'm not getting a day younger anyways, and my metabolism is slowing as we're speaking right now. So, but I mean, as I said, enough for me. I mean, as a testimonial, I think it's fantastic teaching. Let me draw you in on this. I mean, this is something that I think is going to definitely change the theory of the margarita drinker, because this is something that is just a simple alternative. It's tasty, and it's pretty good for you.
And it's refreshing. I mean, it actually quenches your thirst.
And that's important when it's 105 degrees outside in the blazing sun. You need something to wet your whistle that's going to satisfy.
This is true.
And
I
more
love a
than
wet whistle.
Well, thank you so much for joining us in this segment on the Man Cave. Tell the folks one more time how they can find you, which is the most important thing when you have a product like this.
You can go to www.senorita, that's LIMONITA.com. Place your order today.
And a telephone number?
That's 602-363-6936.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us here in the Man Cave.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Pleasure.
On the other side, we're going to be talking all Arizona Cardinals all the time. You're listening to Man Cave live at Ernie's on Scottsdale and Shea. We'll be right back.